Hey everybody, welcome to the real United States and welcome to downtown Washington, D.C. once again, where we're here in front of this statue of Albert Pike. It's a name many of you, if not most of you, will not be familiar with. It has sort of a unique place. We'll get to that in just a minute. Now, Pike was born in Boston, Massachusetts, but at about age 24, he moved and settled in Arkansas. He became an attorney and a relatively successful one, a philosopher, an author, a poet. However, because of Pike when he was born, he was also a soldier. He fought in the Mexican-American War. When the Civil War broke out, Pike was commissioned as a brigadier general in the Confederate Army. So this is the only statue in the greater Washington, D.C. area of a Confederate officer or someone who served as a Confederate officer here in D.C. Now, in light of the recent controversy that has happened or centered around the statue of General Robert E. Lee in New Orleans, this makes this sort of a topical thing to cover. And there has, in fact, been some discussion, I dare say some saber rattling, about removing this statue in the past. However, unlike something in New Orleans, which is under the control perhaps of the city, this statue is under the ownership and control of the National Park Service, part of the federal government. So what would be involved in removing it, I think, would be somewhat more elaborate than simply taking down a statue in a city. Now, I don't particularly have a side that I come down on. It seems to be a lovely statue. It's by an Italian sculptor whose name escapes me. I'm going to put it on the screen right here, folks. Gaetano something or other. Anyway, it's an 11-foot tall representation of Pike sitting on top of this huge granite base. Now, herein lies the rub. When Pike moved to Arkansas and became an attorney, one of the things he's probably best known for was in representing, defending the Native American nations against the federal government. So it's one of those things where whatever happens with this statue, ultimately, somebody's going to be upset about it. Because, in certain respects, maybe we consider him a good guy. In other respects, we consider him a bad guy. And like most human beings on the earth, it's probably somewhere in between. But Pike also was a Freemason, and apparently a rather prominent one, and wrote a book on Freemasonry, which I don't know if it's still in print, but immaterial, a very prominent Freemason. So the Freemasons, just the Masons, as we frequently refer to them, also have a vested interest, at least emotionally, in this particular statue. So because of Pike's varied background, there's an awful lot of people and a lot of different factions that have varying opinions and feelings about this statue in downtown DC. And boy, howdy, I want to tell you, we are right down here on D Street, just all between 3rd and 4th, next to the Washington Metropolitan Police Department headquarters and just across from a couple of the federal court buildings. So this is definitely the center of judicial DC, if you will. Regardless of how you felt about the man, it's a beautiful work of art. And but hey, I know people, and I know everybody's probably going to have an opinion about this. So please feel free to leave it in the comments section below, but I implore you to be polite and to be nice to one another and to be nice to me, because I didn't do nothing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short visit to the Albert Pike statue here in Washington, D.C. If you've got questions, comments, just want to say hi, that's fine. Leave in the comments section down below. I love hearing from everybody. I try to get back to everybody I can. If you're new here, hey, pick subscribe, come along for the adventure. We got lots more to show you. And as always, thank you for watching.